the Parasaurolophus, who found its tune. Perry, a Parasaurolophus, awoke amidst the dense foliage of a vibrant, green forest. His heart felt heavy with loneliness, a stark contrast to the lively chatter of the forest around him. He longed for companionship in this vast, prehistoric world. Determined to find a friend, Perry embarked on a journey across the Cretaceous landscape. The lush greenery blurred past as he traversed through the thick underbrush, his hopeful heart beating a steady rhythm against the backdrop of an ancient world. Before long, Perry encountered a mischievous Compsognathus. The small dinosaur, with its cunning eyes, attempted to lead Perry astray. Despite the Compsognathus' playful antics, Perry remained determined, politely declining the diversion and continuing on his quest for friendship. Perry's journey soon led him to a Triceratops, trapped and struggling in a muddy pit. Without hesitation, Perry used his strength and wit to help free the beleaguered dinosaur. As the Triceratops lumbered free, Perry hoped this act of kindness might blossom into friendship. However, the Triceratops, though grateful, quickly hurried off after a brief thank you, leaving Perry feeling even more disheartened. Despite his growing despair, Perry resolved not to give up. With renewed determination, he continued on his quest, hopeful for the companionship he yearned for. Feeling dejected, Perry lumbered through the dense foliage, his heart heavy. He soon heard the flapping of wings and looked up to see a group of pterodactyls gliding gracefully above. Eager for companionship, he attempted to follow, but his earthbound nature made it impossible to keep pace. The skybound creatures noticed his efforts, offering friendly screeches, yet they flew on, leaving Perry behind, his loneliness deepening in their wake. As Perry continued his journey, he found solace by a glistening river, its waters cool and inviting. It was here that he met a kind-hearted Stegosaurus, sipping quietly at the water's edge. This gentle giant, noticing Perry's somber mood, struck up a conversation. Their exchange was warm, and for the first time in a long while, Perry felt a glimmer of hope. The Stegosaurus, sensing Perry's need for companionship, invited him to a gathering of herbivores, hinting at the possibility of friendships to be made. On their way to the gathering, the pair ambled through a meadow dotted with vibrant flowers. Perry, intrigued, listened intently as the Stegosaurus shared knowledge about the various plants. This botanical detour was not just educational, it was a distraction from Perry's ongoing quest, filling him with a newfound appreciation for the smaller wonders of their world. Their journey took an unexpected turn when they stumbled upon a sleeping Tyrannosaurus rex. The sheer size of the predator, even in slumber, was terrifying. Understanding the peril, Perry and the Stegosaurus exchanged worried glances, opting for a stealthy detour. With bated breath, they tiptoed past the giant, careful not to make a sound that could awaken the beast. Once safely beyond the reach of the T-Rex, Perry couldn't help but feel exhilarated. The shared danger had forged a bond between him and the Stegosaurus, turning a simple journey into an adventure. With the gathering of herbivores just ahead, Perry's spirits lifted, eager for what friendships might bloom amidst the camaraderie of fellow dinosaurs. As Perry entered the gathering, his eyes widened in amazement at the sight of countless dinosaurs mingling. The colorful array of scales under the sun's gentle glow created a tapestry of life, unlike anything Perry had ever seen. Feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension, Perry tried to mingle. His unique crest and the distinctive sound it produced made him feel conspicuous. Amidst the diverse crowd, Perry couldn't help but feel like he stood out too much. Then, a young Ankylosaurus, intrigued by Perry's crest, waddled over. Its friendly gaze and genuine curiosity cut through Perry's insecurities. For the first time since he arrived, Perry didn't feel quite so alone. Opening up, Perry shared his tale of loneliness and the journey that had brought him here. He spoke of his desire to find a place where he belonged, emphasizing how his differences sometimes made that challenging. The Ankylosaurus listened intently, then with a smile, introduced Perry to the others. As they shared their own stories, the theme was clear: everyone had something that made them unique. Perry began to see his differences in a new light. Feeling a blend of excitement and nerves, Perry stepped into the spotlight, his heart pounding in his chest. With a deep breath, he tapped into the unique sound of his crest, sending waves of beautiful notes into the air. The audience was captivated, their attention fixed on Perry as he found his rhythm, his confidence growing with each note. The performance ended to a stunned silence, quickly followed by a thunderous applause. The dinosaurs around him, once strangers, looked at him with newfound admiration. Perry, bashful yet proud, realized he had shared something truly special. In that moment, he felt a deep connection with everyone present. Approaches from several dinosaurs broke the magic of the moment, but in the best way possible. They shared stories, laughter, and expressed a genuine desire to be friends with Perry. Each one saw something unique in him, something they admired and respected. Perry's heart swelled with happiness as he realized his quest had led him to this moment of acceptance and belonging. His unique crest, once a source of self-consciousness, had become his bridge to friendship. It was his differences that had drawn others to him, showing him that uniqueness was a gift, not a barrier. As the night continued, Perry felt a profound sense of gratitude. Surrounded by friends, he looked forward to the adventures they would share. The journey had taught him that embracing his uniqueness was the key to finding his place in the world. With a heart brimming with joy, Perry thanked his newfound friends, their faces glowing in the fading light. The realization that his uniqueness was a gift filled him with gratitude. He looked forward to the countless adventures that lay ahead, no longer alone. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Perry reflected on his journey. The path to finding friendship had taught him the value of embracing one's individuality. Grateful for the bonds formed, Perry was content.